Hey guys, what is going down? My name is Aeriodon, your commissioner of the Delta Battle League. We're going to change up the intro just because it's a little bit easier for me to say that. But it's been a while since I've actually put a video on the DBL channel, and today is a very, very important video. Hopefully all of the members end up seeing this at some point or another. But there are some major changes going into Season 2 of the DBL. So if you're not aware, inactivity has been a big problem so far this season. We've had a lot of forfeits due to it, and we're trying to address the problem is our main objective here, and just try to make the season a little bit easier. It's different in the fall and winter months than it is in the summer compared to Season 1, so we're going to try to make this easier for everyone, and hopefully we can end up just having a better time with everything, and hopefully actually get some battles done. So the first step we took in solving this problem was figuring out which coaches we needed to possibly, as hard as it is to say, get rid of. I don't want to say get rid of. It's hard to. I don't want to say get rid of, but just replace. Not all of the coaches could really perform as readily as they needed to, so we talked to all of them except the ones we couldn't get a hold of, obviously. But I explained the situation to them, and when they come back, whenever they see the message, then hopefully they understand. But the four that we have here, so Fancy we can never get a hold of regardless, as there's a fly really bugging me right now. Just a sec. Okay, we're good. Fancy we couldn't get a hold of since the draft, so I explained everything to him. I have a lot of really long messages trying to make him understand what's going on, and hopefully he doesn't get upset. But with Fancy, who we can not get a hold of, period. Then we have Self-Destruct Chatot, who was a little bit more difficult to get a hold of, but we could occasionally get a hold of him. But we also had ViviGaming, who was his roommate, if you're not aware, who kind of helped with that. But then I messaged J-Dubs to try to get a hold of both of them, and J-Dubs said he'd probably have to drop out as well. So we basically just lost two with one stone right there. And finally we have the Vivipride. He had to leave for personal reasons. We won't get into the actual details, but he has to leave as well. So we have 4 open spots that we need replacing. We did find 4 very qualified people to fill those spots. All of them do have some connection to the DBL in one way or another. 2 of them are assistant coaches, and 2 of them are analysts. So the team that will be replacing the Rotom Fandom will be JCDC 1221, aka Jadric. So what we did was we just randomized the names for the 4 of them, and the first one randomized, he got to pick their team, so on and so on. So he's picked first, and he picked the Rotom Fandom, and the name change will be to the Scottsdale Scorpions if he has a logo, which I believe he does. It will be on the screen right about now. So there is the first team. Next up was TCF Eric, who is the assistant coach for the Omaha Omastars. Obviously no longer the assistant coach since he has a team of his own. But he will be taking over the Hamilton Heracrosses and renaming it the Denver Rapidash. He also has a logo, which will be up right about now. And I guess I forgot a second ago, but JCDC was the assistant coach of the Kansas City Nidokings. So they no longer have him as their assistant coach. Third up was Mopman579, who is one of our analysts this season. No longer an analyst, but happy to have him as a head coach. He will be taking over the Georgia Jigglypuffs and renaming them the Detroit Glygars. That's a little bit of a mouthful for me. So that's the third team. And finally, we have My Turkey Sub, who is the head of our analyst crew, putting up the videos and everything. You've seen him on the channel a little bit before. He'll be taking over the Vivipride and renaming it the Chicago Cub Shoes. I don't know about JCDC, but the other 3 are actually in a league together, are headed by or commissioned by TCF Eric. So they all are very experienced with the battle format that we have going on here. So that's basically the replacements for Season 2. I believe all of them should have logos. The Detroit Glygars might not at the time that this video is going up. Possibly not, but the other 3 should be. You should have seen those already. Next up, since we have some replacement coaches and all of that stuff, we're going to be restarting Season 2 of the DBL. So, we were only 2 weeks in regardless, so it's not really a big impact. And any of the battles that actually happened, we've talked to the coaches and got them settled out. So some of the battles that actually happened are still going to be left the way they were. I know for a fact that the battle between the Omaha Omastars and the St. Louis Swellows will be left the way it was, because Colton from the or OGHypnoToad of the Omaha Omastars wanted to just leave it the way it was, fair and square. A very good sportsman-like act there. But other than that, I'm not sure if there's really going to be any, to be honest. We've gotten a few in the way that are going to be replayed, and there's just one more we're waiting on, and that is the Boston Buizels and the Chicago Cloysters. At the time that I'm recording this will probably be sorted out by the time this video is up, to be honest, so maybe there's an annotation on the screen somewhere, or just check the description for that. And the final change is that we are going to be moving the league from Cartridge or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire over to Showdown. Now, this is something that we were debating over the off-season, but with one of our members not having access to Showdown, we ultimately chose Oris because it just has more of that emotional connection or appeal, and it's just more visually and aesthetically pleasing than Showdown. But we ultimately decided with Showdown to start over with Season 2. It might just be a test run. We might go back to Oris in Season 3 when it's more over the summer than over the fall and winter with school and work, and, well, I guess work's over the summer too. Don't listen to everything I say. But summer's a little bit more open for most people. So, like I said, we're going to be using Showdown. It shouldn't be too big of an impact. It does have some positive sides as well compared to Oris. It's a lot more convenient, first of all, which is the main reason we're doing it. Hopefully, it can kind of combat that problem where genning is a thing, and we also just want to have quality teams brought. One thing that kind of bothers me, I apologize if someone's watching this and it's one of them, but in a perfect world for me, it would be everybody building teams each week and bringing those teams to battle against each other, not just using the same teams week after week. Just because that really cuts into a team building, which is a major aspect of these leagues. But having Showdown, hopefully it enables everyone to team build each week, or at least bring very good quality teams each week, and also makes uploading and recording and uploading a lot easier for people. I already know that having Showdown will make things, or will make a few people capable of recording and uploading compared to Oris. And hopefully it'll just spread the word about the DBL a little bit better, and it just make the league a little more popular in the end of everything. I believe that is actually pretty much it for what we have here. Also, just another side note, for the 4 new teams that we have here, they were given 2 extra acquisitions to use for their teams, since they were given teams that weren't really with their playstyle necessarily. So that's why they might have a total of 6 adds and drops at the end of the season. So don't mind that. That is all part of the plan. All the teams will be left the same as they were, or prior to the changes here. All the rosters are the same. The schedules are the same, except obviously the teams that are being replaced are switched in for the teams that they're replacing. I hope that all makes enough sense. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down in the comment section below. We'll try to get to all of your questions as soon as possible. We do have a few people managing this channel, so hopefully one of us can see your questions soon enough and get back to you. Other than that, week 1 of the new season should be resuming on Sunday, November 15th. So that's basically going to be the restart of the season. Like I said earlier, a few battles might not happen because they're already being kept the way they were in the original run-through. So don't pay any mind to that. If they're in the stats as being the same, then they're the same as they were in the stats. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. We do hope you come back for more DBL content in the future. And catch you later, guys. Follow us on Twitter at DBL_League for more information as well. We do a lot of stuff on there, from matches each week to some current news. I'll let you guys go. I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.